Welcome to this episode of Daily Overdose of Papers. Today, we will be talking about Self-Rewarding Language Models by Weizhe Yuan, Yuanzhe Pang, Kyunghyun Cho, Sainbayar Sukhbaatar, Jing Xu, and Jason Weston, published in 2023. Diving right in, think about this. To create agents smarter than humans, wouldn't they need smarter than human feedback? Current methods often use human preferences to train reward models, but that could mean our agents are limited to our own level of performance. Now, imagine if these language models could self-improve by generating their own rewards, basically grading their own homework. That's what this paper explores. Self-rewarding language models, or let's call them self-improving agents. So, how do they do it? They use what's called LLM-as-a-Judge prompting, where the language model assigns rewards to its own responses during training. The research shows that, through iterative training, these models can get better at both following instructions and judging the quality of their own responses. The authors fine-tuned a Llama 270B model and obtained a model that outperforms several existing systems on the Alpaca Evil 2.0 leaderboard. It's an early study, but it opens up the possibility of models that can improve beyond the limitations set by human knowledge. The idea is pretty cool. The model acts as both an instruction-following agent and a judge of its own training data. It's like having a student who learns the material and then creates their own exam questions to test themselves. The process has two steps. First, the model creates new prompts and generates candidate responses. Then, it uses its judging abilities to assign rewards to those responses based on their quality. This is part of what's known as Iterative DPO training, where with each iteration, the model is supposed to get a bit wiser and better at providing high-quality rewards to itself. To kick things off, the model starts with some initial data, referred to as seed instruction following data, and seed LLM-as-a-Judge instruction following data, which it uses to train itself in a supervised manner. As the model trains, it generates new training data for itself, which includes creating prompts, generating responses, and then evaluating those responses with scores. It's a continuous loop of self-improvement. The training data gets enriched with what's known as AI feedback training data. The model can learn either from preference pairs, which are sets of winning and losing responses, or from only adding perfect score responses to its training set. Let's talk about how this was tested. The experiments began with a Llama 270B base model, and they trained it with different types of seed data to see how well it could follow instructions and act as a judge. The researchers looked at the model's ability to follow instructions and its skill as a reward model. They even used GPT-4 as an evaluator to see how well the self-rewarding model did against other models. Surprise, surprise! After a few iterations of training, the model not only got better at following instructions, but also at judging responses. It's like it was learning to be both a better student and a better teacher. One interesting find was that preference optimization seems to work better than just adding positive examples. It's like the model learns more from comparing good versus bad responses, rather than just looking at the good ones. In summary, self-rewarding language models are like a self-fulfilling prophecy of improvement. They can potentially create a virtuous circle where they become better at following instructions and self-evaluation with each iteration. Although this is just a preliminary study and there's lots to explore, it's quite an exciting avenue. Could we be looking at the dawn of models that continually self-improve beyond human limitations? Only time will tell. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. See you next time.